Hi there, it's Joe from ShopTo, and this is ShopTo Gaming Show episode 20 at last.
2-0.
Dan's here, although Dan's not in his usual location, so he's kind of on, what could you call it, handy cam or something?
Yeah, it's roving reporter Dan Pearson in the sunny Stevenage. Yeah, so a day away from Glasgow.
So he's kind of holding his camera in his hand, so if he's a bit wobbly at points, you know why. I'm just kind of... I've got webcam MacBook as usual, so it kind of just stays still and I don't need to worry about it. But oh well, we're getting the show done. That's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, sorry about last week, but it was life kind of got in the way last week, didn't it? A very, very busy time for everyone.
Yeah, it did.
Your holidays, landlords doing their landlord things.
Just one of these things. Okay, so let's get on with the gaming news.
Yes, lots.
Because there's tons and tons,
yeah.
And there was last night, actually, just as we're recording this, the Final Fantasy 15. There was quite a bit of news surrounding that as well. Okay. So first of all, probably the most important part is the date's been announced. It's coming out on September 30th, I believe. It's been a long time coming, but it's coming. Also, there's
a lot of excitement around this. Are people bothered now? I mean, the last ones weren't exactly rocking the world, were they?
I don't know, but it seems a few people are bored, so we may as well mention it. There's a demo out today, actually.
Okay.
It's a platinum demo. There's a little trailer we've done on the website, which shows you a bit about it, but it's a bit different. The demo, I think it's based around platinum. I did write a bit about it the other day, but I forgot already.
Indication of what the game's going to be like, sort of gameplay wise?
Well, did you ever try the beta? Because it was a bit... I tried, and it wasn't like a beta, what was it? It was like a demo or something that came with one of the... I think it came with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. A demo for Final Fantasy 15 came with it. So it was kind of an open worldy sort of thing you'd expect from Final Fantasy. I'm not really a Final Fantasy fan, so it's hard for me to talk about it and know what I'm talking about, because I've never really
struggled.
got into it.
I played 7, loved it, and that's about it. The other ones I played just didn't really grip me as much as 7, really. I know that's kind of a high point for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I played a lot of them, but just never really, just because of reviewing you have to.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
So
hopefully this is all new. Okay,
so what other news we got? Xbox One. Every Xbox One can be used as a dev kit this year. So that's quite interesting. It's not happening yet. It's coming out round about the same time as the anniversary update for Windows 10, and that will allow you to have basically your Xbox One will be a dev mode. What do you call it? A debug, I guess.
Right. So there's going to be like a cable that you can plug into a PC.
No, it's not that. It's just an app. So an app that changes your Xbox One into a dev kit.
Well, and then you can, if you create a game, you can test it on there.
I presume. I don't know.
If that is the case, that is an absolute amazing idea.
It's probably like you say that you'll need to plug it into a PC or something. There must be some other thing to it, I would think.
I'm assuming Microsoft will still have the final say on what sort of games can be released on these.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's
very
got to
interesting.
be quality control.
It just reminds me of, I'm a bit of an older gamer, sort of all the homebrew games that would have been coming out and about years and years ago, where you just learn a bit of code. I mean, sort of the ideas that come from that, that's going to be a fantastic idea. If it picks up, that's going to be brilliant.
I think the way it'll work, personally, is because Windows apps are all universal now on Xbox and PlayStation, you'll probably be able to mess around, make your game or whatever, and then test it on maybe Windows, and then if it works you can maybe test it on Xbox as well. So I mean, I would think they're only doing it so that smaller developers don't need to buy a debugger, so they've got one already, and then that means they can submit their games in the same way as normal. So I don't think it's going to open up this whole bunch of basically mediocre games that you need to sift through. I think
that'd be the case. I think Microsoft's still going to have some kind of sort of final say on you can release it, you can't release that. But I think
it'll be
smaller the companies, even just a one-person team, can just have, I've got an idea, and I mean it's way beyond my skill set, but someone with a bit of coding skill can go, I'm going to make a game, do it.
Yeah, I think
if That's interesting.
I
That's
think
great.
it'll just be the same as it is now, really, the same sort of process, but we'll see. Shadow of the Beast arrives on May 17th. Do you remember that game, Shadow of the Beast? I think it was Amiga. It might have been Amiga.
Just about, yeah.
I remember playing that. I never had
remember
an
it being
Amiga, so I don't know.
hard.
I don't know what I played it on because I never had an Amiga. Maybe it was Sega or something. Don't know if it came out on.
Right, I know Altered Beast.
Oh, Altered Beast. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I'm sure I played Shadow of the Beast. I'm positive I've played it before.
It was Amiga. I'm trying to think it was also Spectrum. It was like a really awful version of Spectrum. I cannot remember. But our friend had an Amiga, so I definitely played it on that.
Yeah, maybe I played it on a friend's or something. I'm sure I've played it. So it looks really nice actually. The remaster. It's PlayStation 4 exclusive. It's been remastered, obviously, with all these fancy graphics in it. Looks quite nice. That they want to keep an eye out for. Far Cry Primal's getting a free survival mode on April 12 for free. So that's quite cool. We'll just fly through a bit of news here because there's so much of it. Because we didn't do a show last week, we're a bit behind. Final Fantasy. Oh no, well, we've actually revealed that. I was just saying it's expected to get a demo tomorrow, but I got it today. We know all about that, so we don't need to mention that. PlayStation Plus lineup for April was revealed. Now I'm sure we talked about the Xbox One lineup. Which was no, it's Sunset Overdrive for April. So
that's good.
Sunset Overdrive. Wait there, let me have a look.
That's actually a good game. It's a bit fiddly at times, but a very good game.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not 100% special, but it's good for free. Yeah, I'll play it again.
For a free game, you cannot go wrong with a game like that. I mean,
no, it's actually alright.
It's huge. I think the scale of the game is actually, in the end, I thought a bit of the problem because it's so big. The world is huge, and there's so many things you can run around and find that I think they could have just cut it down a little bit, and actually made the story a little bit snappier.
No, it's actually an alright game. So I mean, I'm quite happy with that. Oh, here's the rest of the games. I'd forgot what they were because it was a few days ago, but it was like Sunset Overdrive, and then there was also Saints Row 4.
Yeah.
And there was a few more as well. I don't know if I wrote them down. The Wolf Among Us as well. So,
cool. I'll play that one. Yeah,
so
that's good.
There's quite a few good games there. And then obviously the PlayStation, as I said, that gets Zombie. Remember, with the Wii U exclusive?
That's quite a quick release. I mean, that only came out.
Yeah, it didn't come out too long ago.
No, more than 6 months ago, because I remember them talking about finally releasing it on consoles. That's an interesting game.
Yeah, people were saying that's quite actually a really good game. So Sony's.
I loved it on the Wii U. I've not played it on the consoles yet.
It's also a space shooter called Dead Star on PS4, and I Am Alive and Savage Moon on PS3. PS Vita gets some fish shooter called Shut Simmy and a virus named Thompson. Doesn't
get some better games on the Vita for that. They really need to do that.
A mix of indies, a mix of, well, I'd say zombies, kind of almost like a retail.
No, Vita. They need better games on the Vita.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure they'll get there.
There's a lot out there.
Okay, more news. Tons of it. The Battleborn is getting an open beta on April 8th. So that'll be interesting. I think you can play co-op. I think you can play multiplayer, and I think you can get a few goes of the story mode as well. Just a couple of modes of the story mode. So there's quite a lot to that beta.
I'm interested in that game. It's because it's obviously the guys that have done Borderlands. It's on my radar, so I'd be quite interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
You're getting sidetracked there, aren't you? What's that you're looking at?
Oh, just people asking me to do stuff.
Oh, what, you mean work?
As they do.
You're swilling off the podcast and talking about news when you should be working, Joe.
I know.
This isn't work, is it?
The work podcast. I have to.
See, I can say what I like, so don't work for ShopTo.
I have to balance. Right, Turok and Turok 2 are coming to Xbox One.
Or Turrican.
Turok.
Oh, you said Turrican. You got me excited then.
Turok and Turok 2. So it's Turok and Turok 2. It's just the way I speak.
Well,
So,
is this Torok what version?
I don't know. It's just
Surely not the N64 version.
I don't know that they did remaster it in Steam or something, did they not, or re-release it on Steam last year? So I've not played Turok, so I don't know.
Huh.
Don't
Was
know.
you an N64 gamer at all?
No.
Ah.
Sega.
Yeah, you were, weren't you? Yeah, I could see it. I could see it in your eyes.
So I never really played much
There's always
Nintendo.
Sega players got small eyes.
Never really
Suspicious.
played Nintendo much growing up, so
Torok was good. Now I'm disappointed because it wasn't Turok and I got excited then, but anyway.
yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Jesus, so much news. It's unbelievable. The standalone Twitch app is out now on PS4. It's almost got the Xbox One. Don't know if you've used the Xbox One much, but basically it just lets you watch Twitch from your PS4, whereas before you had to go through either from PlayStation, so you could only really watch PlayStation related content. So now you can watch whatever you want, really.
Do you think there'd ever be a situation where I could Twitch, I play a game full screen on my TV, and have the feed out from what people are saying on a separate screen?
So you mean what, comments?
Yeah, because when you do Twitch, you can either do full screen and not see the comments, or do a windowed screen and have the comments down the side.
Yeah,
Can you not just have the comments on a tablet or something?
it would be nice, wouldn't it?
That's why I don't Twitch. I hate it because of that.
But you could just put Twitch. You could just watch your own stream on the tablet, and then you'll see the comments.
It doesn't quite work that well.
No,
I've tried that. I have tried that. It doesn't work as well as you think.
no, I don't know then.
Anyway, there you go. That's why I don't Twitch.
You can get the PlayStation in the settings. You can get the PlayStation to speak comments. Did you know that?
No. You can speak to. So it actually says to you.
Yeah, there's an option that says.
What voice does it take?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but there's an.
Although I can speak, I can talk to it like you would have a Connect, and go Sony show whatever, and it will bring up the side screen and show you the comments,
Yeah.
and then you say it again.
On the PlayStation 4, there's an option that if you go into the settings, there's an option that says speak comments or read out comments or something like that.
Oh.
So
if that's the case, I want to hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, so you'll need to try that and see what it's like. Rocket League is getting a basketball themed mode. We've already mentioned that before, but it's getting it next month, so that'll be interesting because Rocket League is quite a popular game still, obviously. Shadow of Mordor 2 has been spotted on a CV of a stunt actress. Shadows of Mordor was a great game, so a sequel will be rather than interesting.
It's one of those games I keep looking at, waiting patiently for it to go a bit cheaper, but it's always quite expensive, I think, because it's quite a well-regarded game.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. The next Call of Duty is set in space, apparently.
I heard that rumour.
So
they've had a little bit of space play in some of the games in the past. I remember a little kind of Moonraker-esque battle around a little radar array space in one of the previous games.
It'd be awesome if it was like Call of Duty, but it was like Star Wars Call of Duty. So
I think they go that far. I think it's going to be just moon boots and buggies in it on the moon or something like that. I imagine.
Probably. It would be quite
cool. It'll make you game interest. I mean, jumping would be a bit weird.
Yeah,
it'll be in slow motion.
Call of Duty Space Warfare. It's probably what it'll be called.
I mean, it's weird that they're talking that they only mention it now. The game comes out in a few months, does it not?
Oh, they always do that, don't they? They always mention it, but they haven't really revealed it yet. It'll probably
I mean, it's impressive that still to this point it's still behind closed doors and no one knows what's really going on there.
It'll probably get revealed soon, won't it? So, okay, Ratchet and Clanks went gold. Yay! Yeah. That looks good. That game. It's coming out.
This is the original remake.
Yeah, and it's coming out alongside movie. It looks amazing. The graphics look incredible.
I will play that one.
It looked really nice, and it's a more budget title as well. It's got 20 odd quid or something.
It doesn't need to be because you have to essentially just reskin the whole game. So yeah.
Okay. Where was I? Like, I went too far. There's too much news. Halo Wars Soul Calibur 2 and another game, King of Fighters 98 or something like that, is now playable on Xbox One via backwards compatibility. And I believe there was another game today as well. I don't know if it was Dead Space or Dead Space 2, but it was something like that.
Dead Space is coming out on the Game for Gold at some point, so it must be.
Yeah, so one of
Because I
them.
think all the Xbox 360 games for Golds are backwards compatibility, aren't they?
Yeah, so it
So I
must
think
be that
that's
one then.
if you've not played it, do play it. It is a bloody scary game. It's very good.
Yeah, don't do Sky Games. Two Worlds 3 is in development. It's about a mouthful. Two Worlds 3.
That's free. All right.
And so that could be interesting. We played the Two Worlds 2, didn't we? You might have reviewed that one.
I can't remember.
It's a sort of quite a basic. It was, for what I remember, it was quite a good RPG, but it was quite a basic at the same time.
I remember the first one. I don't remember the second one at all, which is weird.
Your face is slipping down again.
Oh, sorry.
You need to put your head in the middle of the camera. Otherwise, when we do the split screen, your face will disappear.
On like my feedback camera, I can see like from my chest way above my head and the surround sound speaker in the background.
Your head's too. You need to push the camera down that way a bit. Stop.
All that's doing to me on my screen is showing like my stomach now.
It's fine. Just stop. It looks fine.
Okay,
where was I? Have to keep.
Two Worlds 2. I'd say I remember playing the first. Well, I remember you playing the first one, and that was it.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of rumours about Sony releasing a PS4K. I don't think we've really talked about this much on our shows, but it's basically a PlayStation 4 that apparently plays 4K games, so it has a faster processor and blah blah blah. I don't know. I mean, I would probably buy it just because it's a new PlayStation and it's better. But I think the reason they might be doing it is because they want to take advantage of being able to play 4K discs, because it worked for PlayStation 3, didn't it?
Certainly did, yeah.
With the Blu-rays, so I think they know they would get a lot of sales just based on the fact that it would probably be quite a cheap 4K Blu-ray player.
My PS2 purchase, when I bought the PS2, the main factor at the time was actually to buy it as a DVD player, and secondly was for a games console. Because I was pure Nintendo then, that's all I was playing.
Yeah.
Maybe a Dreamcast as well, I think. But yeah, the PS2 was just solely for a DVD player.
And it was quite a cheap DVD player at the time.
Certainly was, yeah. It was. I think it was better. It was better than what else was on the market.
Yeah, and I think it's likely that the PlayStation 4K.
It makes sense, but I mean, when you start talking about 4K games, obviously you also need to have a TV that can play 4K screen. Oh, you're right then. You get paid too much, Joe. I think you need to sort your wages out and drop them.
No, I don't.
The 4K thing, it's a good idea. I think it may alienate a lot of gamers, though. I think there might be a bit of a problem with that.
Yeah, we'll need to see how that works. I mean, I think a lot of people would buy it. A lot of people who don't have one now would buy it. A lot of people who have one now would buy it. But then you're obviously going to get the ones who will be really annoyed.
And the worry being as well is it's going to fracture the market quite a lot, because obviously when a company was making a game, they'll be saying, okay, now do I make this for the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4K, or do I make it for the PlayStation 4 VR?
Yeah, now apparently the games will work in both systems, but there was this rumour saying there would be a significant difference if it was made for 4K and then you played it on PS4. You would notice the difference.
Yeah, that's worrying.
That's quite worrying, yeah. But anyway.
But I don't like where this is going, because I'm surprised. I don't know why they didn't put 4K in PlayStation 4 when it came out, because it was a technology that had a lot of buzz around it. I'm surprised that when the PS4 came out, it wasn't already included.
Yeah, it's strange.
Wait, do you remember the Xbox 360 HD add-on?
Xbox 360 HD.
Do you remember that? Where you could put in the HD discs.
Oh, HD DVD. Yeah, they didn't last long, did they?
I mean, that's just them catching up and made a massive mistake. And I mean, you still see a few discs in CX for like 10p and things. It's crazy.
Yeah, they backed the wrong horse there, didn't they?
It certainly did. I'm just worried that there might be a little snap to this at the end and go, actually, 4K is not going anywhere because no one's buying it.
Yeah, I'm sure 4K will take off.
I don't think it will.
I think it will a bit. Just because the TVs are out. They've got the standard.
Yeah,
There's no competing.
I think the home home cinema geeks and freaks is going to love it, and they'll snap it up. But I think for just generally sitting at home watching TV, HD was such a big uprising from going from the analog to digital.
Yeah, whereas 4K is not really as big an up, is it?
It's well, I've seen a few TVs and it does look impressive.
Yeah, well, it's impressive on mine, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's as big a leap.
Watching Coronation Street is not going to happen, is it? I don't think that's why it's not going to work so well, because HD is enough, I think.
Yeah, no, I think you're right in some respects. Okay, right, let's have a look. PS 2016 got a free Euro 2016 update. Sony founded a new studio in Japan, Forward Works, and that will develop games based on PlayStation characters for mobile.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting one. What else? NHL 16 arrives on NHL, or may have already arrived.
Sorry, are you speaking about mobile there? I'm going to jump in right in on there. What about the Nintendo Miimoto? That's today, is it not?
Yeah, that's out. I've got that somewhere, but that's out. That's out today. And I think what My Nintendo one, she's alongside it.
Do you know what? I'll look at that in a minute.
Yeah, have a look at that. NHL 16 arrives in EA Access, or it might be there already. Evolution Studios got closed. That's sad. The ones who make Drive Club.
What?
Shuttered.
What?
It's no wonder.
I'm assuming they've gone to work for other studios.
Yeah, well, they try and keep the best staff, don't they? And then the rest just kind of leave. But it's a shame, but it was bound to happen after all the problems with that game. Really.
It's sad, but yeah.
Yeah. Cold Darkness Awakened DLC arrives for Rise of the Tomb Raider. So that'll be interesting. More DLC for Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm just trying to fly fresh news now because it's just so much of it.
Yeah, a lot there, isn't it?
Yakuza 0 arrives in early 2017 for PS4. That should be a good game. They look great, those games. It's got a Japanese version of GTA in it, basically.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah.
And, well...
I think I played one in the past.
There's not as many... I don't think you really get cars much. It's not really the same.
I think from what I remember, it's a massive open world. I think I played one where there's zombies or something going on.
Yeah, Yakuza. I can't remember the name of that one. Yakuza. Oh, I can't remember. It's off my head. Yakuza's, for some reason, can't remember what it was called, but it's quite a good game, that, actually, so that should be quite an interesting one. People look forward to that. Hitman Episode 2 is out soon. It says due next week, but I don't know when I wrote this, so it could be out this week.
Could be now.
So we're doing well. Oh God, I'm just going to fall asleep in a minute. Bully and Manhunt are now available in the PlayStation Store, so that's pretty cool. I like Bully.
Never played it.
Haven't you? Oh.
I know. It was. I think that game was one of the games that came out at the end of the life of the original Xbox, and then there's an updated version of the Xbox 360, and I was like, oh, I want to buy that because I want to buy new games. It's like your mentality is that I want games made for the Xbox 360.
Yeah. And
I get to play more and more games and really got forgotten about.
It was a cracking wee game that was.
Manhunt's, I think, considering all the furore around it, way back then. I mean, it's been a lot worse games since then. But
it's good. I wonder what Rockstar's next game will be. It's not going to be GTA. We do get the feeling it'll be Red Dead Redemption 2, don't we? Or whatever it's going to be called. Red Dead.
Deader.
Yeah, who knows? But I get the feeling that's next, though. I've got this feeling. Nuketown is now available for all Black Ops 3 players. That was a pre-order map, and now everyone can download it. And finally, the biggest news of the week. Well, it's probably not the biggest, but it's the last on my list. Uncharted 4 has gone gold.
Oh.
Yay, so it's not getting delayed again. It's coming, it's coming.
It's finally coming. What, when's it coming out?
Oh, God. Are you asking?
Oh,
it's been delayed that many times, I forget.
Well, you've got a tattoo like
it's May, innit?
It's
May something.
Right.
May 14, I'm going to say.
Is there anything else coming out then? Because I mean, that's going to be rubbish, so there's something else. Probably still playing Dark Souls.
Is it May? Is it? Oh no, it is May, innit? Oh, damn. See, it just shows you. I can't remember. It's been delayed that many times, I forgot. It was meant to be April, wasn't it?
Did a price drop for No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, yeah, that's June, isn't it? That's coming out.
The price was back for it as well, didn't it?
I don't know. My computer's decided not to work, so I don't know when Uncharted 4's coming out, but I'm sure it's moved. I'm sure it got moved to May. I've got something's telling me it's May 14. Something in my head. But my head's probably wrong, innit?
So you sending me to review that one then, yeah?
What?
You sending me to review that one? Because we need an unbiased review for that game, so I think I should review it first.
Mine will be unbiased. I've played...
Unbiased?
Well,
Come on.
Well, it's a great game. I don't know what...
Hang on, you say it's a great game, but not played it?
May 10, it's coming out. No, I don't... The thing is, I'm not unbiased because I don't like the multiplayer.
No, fair play. But you don't know, it could be amazing multiplayer.
Oh, I played the
beta. You're biased there as well. I don't know.
I played the beta and I didn't like it.
Suspicious about your review.
I didn't like the beta of the multiplayer. I didn't enjoy that. What I like about Uncharted is the story, the characters, and the action. So I'm hoping they've not...
To me, that's what Uncharted is about. It's more about the adventures of douchebag.
I'm hoping they've not messed with it. I know a lot of people go, oh, well, it's just the same as our games. Good. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want it to be the same as our games. I don't want them to change it up and then it's
prettier graphics,
different.
You know, a different story, but in the end you still want just, you know, the same characters going through what's happened before. I mean, it's...
Exactly. What makes it great is what it is, so don't change it. That's what I say.
That's the point of film sequels. It's just more of the same, with the same characters, but just slightly different story.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Joe, what else do you have for us?
Okay. Right. We've done the news. So, we're going to move on to... What are we going to move on to? We're going to move on to our topic of the week. Which I sound like I'm some sort of away with the fairies today, don't I? Don't sound very organised.
We're a little bit earlier than normal. I want to get this done because hopefully... Well, I've actually decided to leave Stevenage early to go back to Glasgow because hopefully when I get through the door, Dark Souls 3 sitting there for me.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to get an earlier train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Topic of week. Good point. Blah blah blah. Right. Topic of week is what do you think of the PS4 rumours? Would you buy one? So let's just see what a few people say here. We've got Tommy P94 who says the idea of 4K gaming is too good to be true. So he thinks it's not going to work out. I don't think it'll work out because I think it could be too expensive. Apparently to build a 4K machine, it would cost a fortune.
Yeah, I mean, they're also struggling to get constant 60 frames per second on just a normal PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So a 4K machine, are we just going to get a load more power behind it to give us just 60 frames but the same graphics we get now, or is it going to be really boosted up to ultra high definition, whatever you want to call it? I think without seeing games being released for it, it's hard to sort of decide what's the point of having a 4K machine.
Yeah, I mean, apparently though, I was just, because I've been reading up on it, what people think and stuff, and they're just saying that building a 4K machine would, an actual PC, would cost an awful lot of money, so they don't really see how Sony could fit it all in a console for £400 or whatever.
But it's not just, what you're forgetting is not just a console you've got to buy to get 4K experience.
Yeah, you've got to buy a TV.
I think that's a huge factor that you need to really take into consideration.
I mean, what I said was to you was what I said earlier was that I think they're just. I've got a feeling that people have got their message muddled up, and it doesn't actually play 4 games. It's just a 4K Blu-ray player, which would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't annoy people then.
It has the function to play on 4K televisions. Because there are more and more people will be buying 4K TVs. I mean, I probably will end up buying one when my TV's done dusted. That'll be the next one to look at because it'll make sure that it's future-proof.
Do you not think that makes more sense that it doesn't play 4K games? It's just a slimmer version with a 4K Blu-ray player. That wouldn't annoy people, would it? Because then if you want a 4K Blu-ray player, you buy the new PlayStation. Otherwise, you just keep what you've got. It plays the same games. It doesn't have an advantage.
I think that might be more the case of what's happening.
That does seem...
To create games, like I said earlier, it's a dangerous game to play there because it will totally fracture the market.
We'll put a stamp on it. Stamp. That's what we think. It's just a
But
4K
they've done it in the
Blu-ray player.
past with the Xbox. The original Xbox 360 didn't have HDMI, and then later versions it had HDMI. And that made a big difference to a lot of gamers there.
Yeah.
I think this is just one of those things that the original didn't have 4K disc drive in it. No, it does. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't,
yeah, fair enough. Right, let's see what our people say. Someone agrees with us. I think it will be just a way for Sony to establish a foothold in the 4K Blu-ray, just as they did with the original Blu-ray. That's what at Sky Lord Ross says. Pepsi Punk, who's like a developer, who works for Rockstar, or at least he used to, as far as I know, he says the cord guts will need to retain parity or the games won't work on both flavours out of the box. So basically, the games will need to stay the same, otherwise one will kind of be worse than the other. We don't want that, do we?
Yeah.
Merchant 1874, he's of the agreement with us again that it'll probably just be a 4K Blu-ray player, because he says his really powerful PC doesn't do 60 FPS and 4K at the same time, so he can't see how Sony would manage. Gareth Williams, who's a PR guy, he says he's positive we'll get 4K slim versions of both consoles at E3, and he says that's not a bad thing. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah.
So there we go, that's what other people think. So we won't go into it too much. I mean, loads of people have talked about this. Everybody's got their own opinion. I would buy it, whatever.
I think because there's no sort of solid information of what their plans are, it's all just rumour and speculation and fear-mongering, because no one actually knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm sure coming free, it's all going to be clear, and everyone will be like, oh, actually, it was no worry, was it? Is this literally going to be a new disk drive? That'd be nice.
Okay.
I'd like to have the option. I'd love to. I mean, it's one of those things that when you're buying new TVs and things, it's like, is it worth me getting all this extra bells and whistles?
No,
and like you say, that gets Sony the opportunity to say, you can buy these discs now. That gets us under your TV. That's an important place for them.
Okay. Right. We've got another wee topic. This is your topic. Topic. Can small companies make AAA titles? Should the size of a production team have any influence on the price? I think it shouldn't have an influence on the price. I think whether small teams can make big titles, I don't think they can make the sort of big titles that I would regard as a AAA title, but I think they can make quality AA, let's call them, titles. Like, for instance, Witness. I wouldn't class that as a AAA title personally, but I'd say it's
the problem I have. I mean, say a AAA title doesn't necessarily mean good, though, does it?
No, but it means high production, lots of money spent in it, all this hype, advertising. That's AAA. That's what it means. Not necessarily quality, but I mean, I just think a high quality indie title like The Witness or No Man's Sky, which has been worked on by a smaller team, it's still good. Does it deserve to be a bit more expensive? I'd say yes. If it proves.
To me, it's how much you get out of the game. I mean, if and this, the flip side is on AAA titles. Sometimes the games are very expensive, but you complete it in 8 hours, whereas an indie game could be a $5, and you could play it for 4 months.
Yeah.
That's there was a massive disparity between there, and I think No Man's Sky is the current buzzword because it's a small team that have made it. They're asking for a high-end price. It's like, but if you're putting in weeks and weeks and weeks of gaming into it, why are you complaining about the price?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think if you get out of it plenty of hours and plenty of enjoyment, then why should the price matter, really? I mean, as long as you can afford it, and as long as you feel what you paid justifies the experience, then that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've said plenty of times, I'm a massive Destiny player. Well, I'm not playing for ages. It's awful now. But I always whinged about it. Always got upset about it. But I paid my DLC monies for it. I paid for the Fallen King money. So you're probably talking close to £100 in total. I put in way beyond that in hours.
Yeah, and that's same
It's
with
well
me.
worth the money.
Same with me with Battlefront. I mean, people whinge there's not enough content and stuff, but I've been playing it since launch, and I bought the season pass, and I've been enjoying that.
And for you to still play a game way past launch like that,
no, I
that
don't
is money
normally
well
get
spent.
time to do that. But I mean, I'm happy with that. It's just a few other people just saying that, in my opinion, developers should price the game at the game's value. If your game is worthy of full price, it should cost that. Although how exactly you weigh value is a tricky part. Fair enough. Someone else, Tanya, Psychotic Break, he says No Man's Sky is a perfect example of this. Yes, it is an indie, but it will be as big as AAA and more small team, loads dedication. Don't know what that was, but yeah, he's just saying they might be a small team, but the game looks AAA. It feels AAA. It's getting advertised almost like AAA. So I mean, maybe it is.
Well, you got the backing of Sony behind you. They want it to work, don't they?
But most other people, product dictates price. Yes, they can make AAA games, but it should not affect the price. And yeah, so most people agree that as long as the value's there, they don't care how much it costs. Yeah. So that's good. Okay.
Because I mean, I'm going back to N64 games again. Some games are £70. They're bloody awful.
I know. Actually, I was thinking about that.
They were terrible games back then.
Like when you...
So it's like, why did I think £70 is set to or £50 even for Snowboat Kids? You know, I mean, I don't remember that 4-player snowboarding game.
The standard seems to have gone up, but the price is down.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's because it's a CD. Don't forget, consoles back then you're paying for plastic and chips inside the cartridge, whereas a CD, just a CD. Yeah,
but I mean, there's more production value. There's more everything in these games that are more expensive to make than ever. Yet you're still paying the £40 you were paying when the PlayStation 1 came out. Do you know what I mean? It's they aren't moving with inflation. They're staying the same price.
Yeah, I've picked up on that before. Yeah,
so people can't really complain about that, can they? Because I mean, games are quite relatively cheap as where they are, as where they could be.
There's a little sweet spot of that sort of £40 to £50, whereas that's an acceptable price.
Because they could be £80. Do you know what I mean? They could be. Call of Duty could cost 80 or whatever. People might pay it.
We're hoping EA aren't listening right now, or
let's hope not. Okay, right, let's move on. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter show today, but oh well. Dan's not on location. His usual location,
to hurt now,
and his arm's starting to hurt because he's holding the camera, and
it's like perfect Easter viewing where you see that the strongmen holding up the Atlas balls. I'm holding a tablet in front of me.
And I've got my boss getting on at me saying we need to write more about Final Fantasy 15. Hi, boss. So I better go and do that in a minute.
I'm really restraining for flipping him the bird.
Don't do that. Okay, right.
He's alright, really. I don't know him.
You don't know him, but he's alright. Yay, boss. Woo.
Yay, boss's rule.
Okay, right. Okay, what we've played. Right, I've been playing Battlefield Outer Rim, which is the new DLC. That's quite interesting. Yeah. The map's as well designed. I quite like the game mode. I think it's called Extraction, where you basically have to get this cargo which is moving to checkpoints and then finally get it to its extraction point. And you get to each checkpoint, but you have the enemy team trying to stop you, so they can... What you do is you run up to it and you can push your button and it'll move and there'll be a shield over it and they'll try and attack you. But the enemies, if they get you away from it, they can run up to it, push a button and it'll stop.
Okay.
So obviously if the time runs out and they've managed to stop it, it won't get to its extraction point and they'll win.
That's quite frantic.
So that's quite a fun mode, and it's in Jabba's Palace, so it's quite a nice map. And then
did you find because I was really struggling with a lot of games because no one talks on their headsets in Star Wars games for some reason.
Nah.
Did you have people chatting on the PlayStation side?
Nah, not really.
Is this weird? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes one person to say, go over there and help me, and you can win every time.
When I'm playing with my friends, we're obviously all chat and stuff, and that's quite fun. But that's mainly just banter and not any real tactical knowledge. Just F you, not F you. oh, stupid git got me. No,
It's a bunch of Ouijas screaming at each other, is it?
Yeah, basically yeah, that's what it is. But no, the only problem with Outer Rim, I'd say, is that because the people who bought the season pass, it's on a loop or a playlist.
Okay.
So you basically go in. You can't choose to just play Extraction. You have to.
Oh, if you're the most as well.
You have to play the map, and then the map gives you different playlists. So that's a bit rubbish.
Oh, they'll fix that, I'm sure. I think they're always looking at things like that.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame it splits the game up because some people don't have a season pass. All of a sudden, you're split from the other people, so that's a shame. Because it'd be lovely just to go in, choose the map.
Always the nature of these. This is the nature of DLC is that the early comers that don't want to buy it are really going to feel the difference. Once that next pack comes out, they're going to be so alienated from the games. Because
it'd be cool to play Extraction on some of the other maps, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and stuff, or play some of the other modes in the Jabba's Palace. So I mean, I'm hoping they'll fix that. I've also been playing Quantum Break. Now this show is probably going to go live today, so I can't really talk much about it as in review wise. So we'll do a little separate video once we're done, just to talk about that. So look out for that tomorrow. What are you doing?
I'm moving my leg. I was getting really bad crap.
Right, we're nearly done. Right, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Oh, Division. Just been getting to level 30 on that, and really actually struggled for a while with that game. I think once I hit 30 and started getting a bit more of the Dark Zone done, I started really enjoying it again. That's it.
That's it. Okay,
right. You sent me some games to review, but I've missed them. I'll be here.
Yeah, it'll be sorted. It'll be sorted soon. Well, those reviews are coming. Our Quantum Break reviews tomorrow. Anything else? Not sure. Right. Okay. Out next week. Out next week's MLB The Show. I think that might be out this week. Not 100% sure.
Is that digital only? That one, was it?
Yeah, that's digital only, but it's such a good game last year. So I'm hoping to.
I like the path over the phone. So yeah.
Last year's was brilliant, so I'm hoping to be able to do that. Yeah. There's a game called You, which is coming out. You. You. I don't know what it is. It's by Curve Digital though, so we'll see. What else we got here? Knights of Azure, PS4, Koi Temco, or Temco Koi, is that called?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Dirt Rally, April 5th. Quantum Break, April 5th. Assassin's Creed Chronicles for the Vita, April 6th. Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympics 2016, April 8th. MXGP2, April 8th, and something else that I can't see.
Just quickly, the Assassin's Creed Chronicles, is that the same game that came out, like the 3 release game, like the China and...
Yeah, I presume, that's for the Vita.
But on the Vita?
Yeah. I think it will suit the Vita better, actually. What's that?
Were they side-scrolling adventures?
Yeah, side-scrolling adventures. That's why I think...
Really suit Vita,
yeah, probably suit Vita. Okay.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
Right, show's done. We're done. Sorry, I've been a bit of an airhead today. I kind of feel like maybe it's because we're doing the show early, maybe it's because I've been rushing about an idiot this morning.
You've done the gym, all the blood in your system pumping around like crazy.
I did. I went to the gym, I had a quick shower, we'd done a show, I wrote some stories, I've got, my boss asked me to write about Final Fantasy and I just feel a bit all over the place.
Filthy curry last
I did actually write about Final Fantasy already, so I don't know what else is to do, and we'll have a look.
Well, thank you all for watching.
Thank you, everyone.
ShopTo podcast 20 already. That's actually gone really quickly, even though we missed a couple of weeks here and there.
Yeah.
I think we're back to normal next week, Thursday again, hopefully.
Yeah, back to normal next week. Not as much of a rush, a bit more chilled out, I think.
Yes.
And then, so that's it. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's unprofessional.
I know, I'm trying to get out of here and you're going, oh.
Check us out on Facebook, check us out on Twitter, we've got YouTube, I think Joe does loads of podcasting, Twitch things as well, and the ShopTo website where you can buy just everything now.
Yeah, sorry.
Bye.
Bye.